Welcome to the Friendlies Club. I have a presentation to make to this club. Yesterday we had our community awards luncheon, and tomorrow we'll have our gala where the general of the Salvation Army will be here, and that's a big deal for us. But to the Downtown Rotary Club of Orlando, the Salvation Army has presented the Bell Ringing Club of the Decade. Of the decade. Thank you so much. Am I got a picture? The decade. The decade, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. There is no harder-looking servant in the city of Orlando than that man. Today is officially our club assembly, so you're going to learn all kinds of things you didn't know about the club. But we're going to start off with our international program with two fun foreign guests to our country. So from Ghana, we have past president of her club, Royal Johnson. Come on forward. And she is the author and manufacturer of our wonderful shirts today.
Thank you very much, Rotarian President. Thank you very much, fellow Rotarians and guests. I bring you greetings from the Rotary Club of Accra, North Ghana, District 9104. I am on vacation for 4 weeks, and I usually do this every year. Each summer, I'm out on vacation, and I do makeup meetings. I share Rotary love with my custom shirts. The fabrics are produced by my district. It's a fundraiser to help projects back home. And I own a small business that makes these beautiful shirts. So giving back, last year I gave part of the proceeds to my club's project. This year I will be giving to the foundation because I want to be moving from +1 to another level. For those of us who do not know where Ghana is, it's right in West Africa. My country is a district on its own. It has about 60 clubs, and we're doing quite well. Currently, my club has an international project, WASH project, with the Rotary Club of Castle Pines, Colorado. For a high school, and it's supposed to also be around the school. It's to water in the country. So the committee has a tall there. I'm looking out for clubs that would want to partner us to do international. I am delighted to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Before you go, typically we trade banners, and I think maybe our next guest may have a banner. We'll finally get that to you. And thanks to Congress, who runs our swag shop, we have this little women in ready pin you may not have, so you can add that to your collection.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Well, we're not done with international. We have a guest, Rotarian from Cyprus. Hashan, when you come in.
Well, greetings from Cyprus. I come from part of the world, the district would have many conflicts. So the power of Rotary is something that is very, felt in fact, because we are in Cyprus. To work together with the two communities that have been in conflict for over 60 years. To the communities. To come our differences and work together for the good of the community and for the good of the community, country and the and have a total agreement that and the most important thing was to serve others. So, very good of my terms. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't have a banner for you, but I do have a Paul Harris coin. Many organizations in the U.S. trade coins, so you have one from Paul Harris.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. You never know who's gonna show up on your front door, and as Rotarians, and you can ask Theodora, she's probably been to more clubs around the world than any of us. You're a member everywhere. Every club and every city would welcome you, and so make sure when you do travel, whether it's to Kissimmee or it's to Cyprus, that you reach out and look in, because just as we're inspired by international guests, so will they, so put that on your list of things to do. Okay, today is club, I'm sorry, Happy Dollars, it's on the next page. Zach, you're up for Happy Dollars. It's a shortened agenda today because we have a whole lot of stuff on our assembly.
How's everybody doing today? Good, good. I'm gonna start off with my own happy dollar. I have a happy dollar for my guest, Callie. She's here. I'm very honored to have her here today. She's representing the Ginsburg Family Foundation. So if you have any questions about that, you can ask her about what they do. They're responsible for a lot of great things happening in Orlando on a service and nonprofit side. We are going to continue our campaign on the famous Rotarians around the world. And today's money goes towards the club, or sorry, for the so really gonna help some families out with their happy dollars. For any guests that are not familiar with this process, you just pull some cash out. I'll hand you the microphone. You talk about something you're excited or happy about happening in your life, and then we pass the mic. So we're gonna start off with Diane Feinstein at the Rotary Club of San Francisco, California. She's actually a U.S. Senator.
Yes. Until she passed away.
Rest her soul. Alrighty, we're moving towards Rich here. A 5 for us.
I just want to give $5 to your AV group. I gotta tell you, we have all been here since 10 o'clock this morning, trying to get everything hired up. And once again, between Jim, Eddie, Devin, we pulled it off. Good job.
Thank you, guys. Alrighty, we're moving towards the back here. The next one on the list is Gerald L. Ford. I would hope everybody in here knows who that is. He was with the club of the Grand Rapids, Michigan, and of course, he was president of the United States of America.
America.
I've got $30 happy today. I was not able to play golf in the tournament, which was a great success, but I did have lunch there. And I felt like since the club had to pay for the lunch, I paid the club back for the lunch. So is it the truth? Yes, I paid it. So anyway, go to minute.
Hey, Tom, good to see you, man.
Okay, I just wanted to give a little bit of history about this club. This club trained me. I went up to Crescent City and became president a year ago. The big event up there is called Catfish Festival. It's been gone for 5 years. They said there's no way we can bring it back. The club is too small. I involved the city, other organizations, the Historical Society. We had 240 volunteers, and it completely and totally sold out with 14,000 attendees. To top it off, the mayor last night came to me and said, "We've done the Christmas parade for 25 years. You guys are better at events. We're giving you the Christmas parade to be the Rotary Christmas parade." So I thought that was fun, and it came from here.
Alrighty, so we have William Fulbright, Rotary Club of Fayetteville, Arkansas. I'm sorry, I got the tough. I hear you. And he was a senator from Arkansas. I have 20 happy dollars for our numerous guests today as the membership chair. It's wonderful to see all these guests, but also for a successful golf tournament. And I just appreciate all those who helped to make that possible. Thanks. Thank you, Dan. Denny.
Celebration. So it's not too late about it. It's $250. It's what it is. So much people comes.
All right, so next on the list here, we have Hans Dietrich
I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here to, visit the Rotary again. I've always enjoyed coming here and seeing the different cultures you guys do within meetings, which is fun. And, some great friends, always happy to be here. And then for the mothers that are here, that'll be celebrating this weekend. Thanks. Ooh, Mother's Day.
Thank you. All right, this next one, it just got worse. Zibigi Gershik, Rotary Club of London. That does not sound like an English name. Rotary Club of London, he's the Polish ambassador to Great Britain. How cool is that? All right, we're finishing up here. Any last call for happy dollars? Oh, sorry. Yes, sir.
So choose the focus rate to
Appreciate it. All right, we got Lorenzo Guerrero Gutierrez, Rotary Club of Granada, and he's president of Nicaragua. What was good? All right, final call. Oh, Brother Bob. Without saying. $1 dollar. All right, let's finish off with one more then. Can't end on that. Warren G. Harding, Rotary Club of Washington, D.C., President, United States.
There you go.
Thank you, guys.
So, thanks, Zach. So, oftentimes at our meetings, snippets and highlights of what's coming up or what's just happened. Once a year or so, we try to organize what we call a club assembly. There's conferences, there's assemblies, different areas, a whole bunch of different ways for us to gather. But I think it's important for us to go one step deeper, once or twice a year, to really let you know about the great things that are happening with a little bit of extra detail. Each of the people that we're going to see coming up here has volunteered time and treasure over the past year to be involved in what they're on. Please consider, if you hear anything you like, reach out and join them, because each one of them are looking with limited resources, and we're certainly looking for more ways for more people to get involved. So we're going to start from the top. And our new website, and Will Peter, our Director of Communications, is going to take the ballot. The ballot? Podium. Thank you, Troy. A couple of things before we do the website. First of all, on the Project Smart program, we are looking for organizations to talk to, so we can educate them and create programs for them. So if you have organizations that you know about who might be interested in the kind of program, please let me know so we can spread the word. Things in the weeks, unfortunately, these things seem to go much slower than we would like, but it's coming together. But let us know if you have any organizations that we can talk to. Also, I have the backup. Was that for? We'll talk after. Jim Alphas talking to a couple of ministers in his church. I'm talking, we actually don't have a date yet, but we have a commitment from the Central Theological Association to present to their Safety and Security Council. So we can really limit social organizations. This fentanyl epidemic, and it is an epidemic, is not limited to socioeconomic boundaries. It's across the board. So, organization, charity organizations, I'm working on my son a presentation for dealing with cancer care, not for patients, but for families of cancer victims. So
We'll go in there and what we'll do is train.
yeah, once we get the legislature, so 19 of us were at the first training session. We went together and provide the training and the excellent product. And the only thing is that free to everyone. The thing is that, the thing is, I just lost my train of thought. How am I going up there? But anyway, what do you know if organizations you would like to talk with? I'm going to go ahead and explain the program to them. I did that this morning for the college park club. So next week at the meeting, this whole thing is about collaboration. And I mean, organizations and congregations work is involved in a similar program. And it's collaborating to move this issue because it is a serious one indeed. Let me shift over to public image. First of all, this Nikon thing is a huge public image opportunity. When we have a lot to talk about. We're looking at a significant amounts on the website. I think when we see a product that you should be very proud of, and I can say that because I didn't design it. Okay, so I think it's a darn good site. And we'll put videos of our program on the site. And what I want to ask you to do very shortly, I'll come back to you. I want to ask you to get serious about sending the program you think is pretty special and important to your friends on social media. One of the things we have to do is move our messaging from ourselves to people outside the Rotary bubble. And we can't do that. One or two people can't make that happen. We need everybody to move that messaging on the social media. So I'll be back in touch with you when we're ready to go on that program. So with that, let me see if I can screw this up. And okay.
Who's that guy?
Who that? We've seen the website with a message that Chris Chris gave. We also have the video Dan Bowman as well. So with the changing of guard, we will shift out and go to Dan. The first thing I want to do is here's the I'm going to call it the menu for the public consumption. Here's the menu for the club. Right. Let me go back to show you that again. Sorry about that, guys. Up here, there's three menus. And on the web, they call that the hamburger menu. Yes, that's what they call it. And this is where you're going to get information about club resources, information about the club. And you can see it all here. I'm not going to go through all this because we'll be here for quite a while. Information about us. You can see membership application. Sure, I think but it's kind of a formula of seeing our leadership package. Club history, information about Rotary and Rotary International. Contact forms so people will get to us if they want more information. This is, I think, an important site. And as I said, I'm not ready to go with this yet, but there are three sections to this. You have all the speakers, if you add the post. You have a list of the future speakers, right? And behind each of these is their bio, which you're accustomed to seeing. And then the past speakers, and here's where I'm going to come back to y'all and ask for your help. These different icons and have the video embedded behind them, so we can send the video by social media very easily. And Rich does a great job of editing this material, so they're really and we should brag about our speakers because we have great speakers, and it's a great program and a great way to entice people into the club. How we serve, I don't want to go through this, but we see the topics we talk about. And if we, we can, and we will. One of the, okay, better find it. Let me do. I wanted to share the screen for Salvation Army. But here's information about the foundation. Events is going to get a rework. I've been working with Jason on this, and he's been very helpful at giving us some observations. We're going to combine events with the all-important dues guys. And you see where this is set up, dues, the golf event donations, and we're going to combine this. So any event that we have where we want people to register, they can go to this site. And then we built in a page for fentanyl. So as we gear that up, we'll be able to present that as well. I've probably taken too much time. I thank you for the time. I'll be able to have questions after. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to belabor the Project Smart, but a couple of police officers were walking by the meeting, sort of talking, and asked them if they would use any of these bring back to life doses, the naloxone and the such. And he said between those two officers, they distributed it 10 times. I'm like, wow, this stuff really works. Going on, my son-in-law, my daughter's husband, is an EMT. He said before COVID, once, maybe twice a week. Today, it's twice a day. His crew gives a dose of naloxone to someone who has collapsed from fentanyl. And this is in Columbus, Ohio. This is not some backbone of New York City. So it's a real thing. Now, the smartest people in the world try to solve why they're taking it. I think these programs, and certainly Bill's doing a fine job of leading that, is it's critically important. So moving on, we're going to talk about our treasurer's report. I'm sorry, secretary report is next. Rich Ongaro. We're going to see what our board sees every week. Put a ton of time into this, and I thought it'd be great for him to share with the rest of the club. John, I'm also reading for 6 months in the district. And we because we don't get this. I guess because other clubs have started with called an impact club, which is like a satellite club. And so that Dr. Phillips larger than us, but in terms of membership of our club, and Dr. Phillips and us are in the size. And we were 120 the club and members. Okay? We've added 16 members to our club since July, which is really good. Our district has 140 since July. So good job. But 16, but I don't know about the demographics because I'm not sure you understand the demographics. The report of demographics versus the district versus 41 clubs. I can't share with you where we are. Currently, we have of our members, and 16% of our membership is 50. 16%. The district is 25%. So we're much older, very much under the thing. But again, we have others, but they're really going to run the league. So, anyway, that's all I'm saying. I've been a coach for the president of the World Cup of Sacramento, California, for a year. I got them on the at the World Convention.
And he said, I'm not ready. So I got the thing. Okay. I asked him, how many members do you have? He told me, I said, how many members? He said, 80%. 18%. And I said, yeah, I said, no, I think he said, that's fine. Okay, fine. So, we are 17. In terms of music service time, for members that are under 20 years, okay, under 20 years, just because, it looks like it's 16. So you're 34, 68. Right? In terms of over 20-year-old experience, and you have 6% of our club is over years, 56%. So that's why we're looking at the demographics. Here's the key that on demographics. Next year, every month I give a report to the club on how we're going to membership activity or attendance every week for the month. Last year, we averaged 5% we were averaging 50%, more than 50%. And anything that was wrong, as well as people in the room. Okay, which a little bit about 50, still got to 58, 55, 56, 59, always in the 50s though. So it's been here, and since actually changed since July 1 when it was good, we are now in the 70s in terms of attendance. So attendance is much more significant in terms of people on the ground. One instead of getting 20 people, I just look at like 12 people on Zoom today. We have 20. Okay. Second thing I want to show you, I'll show you just because I'm up here. I want to show you in terms of, this is my phone. So you're going to see it from my phone. Okay. I'm going to show you. Maybe I'm not going to show you.
No pressure.
Anyway, okay, this is my phone. Now, what I want to share with you now is the icons. And see this green called CR in the center of the screen? I'm going to hit CR. This is our club. If you look at the thing right there, you're going to go right to the website and get yourself. So this is kind of the website. And inside, if you would have asked to see all the numbers, you would have been asked to log in. And you would have remembered this, which is problem. You can put this on your phone. I can show you how to put it on your phone so that all of this stuff is live for you. Up here in the upper left-hand corner are 3 horizontal lines. I'm going to go to there. There you go. And I'm going to show you the club members. Those are all our club members. I'm going to come down to, because first of all, anytime a change is made and updated, like we updated this week, it instantly is updated on us. So always have current information. So I'm going to go down to our and I'm going to show you. And I'm going to click on it. I'm going to show you how easy this is. Once you get this on your phone, if you want to send Richard a text or call him, so you get a phone right there and maybe show my phone number. You get the phone there and it says, you want to call with him or do you want to text with him? So you can call him or text him. And if you text them, you're going to get the text and you're going to text my phone. If you want to send me an email, just hit that email box and automatically, I'm not a phone. Right away, start an email. The benefit of having Club Letter on your phone, you never have to call me. If you want to call anybody, you want to call. If you want to call anybody, it's all there. Everything is there. I just want to show you, if we offer you a makeup like this program, anytime you want makeup, send me an email. I'll give you makeup credit. Thanks.
Thanks, Rich. Which is one of the most amazing resources we have, and many of the clubs are trying to pull him away. I think he's area governor for 6 other clubs, and he wasn't even on their list at the start of the year. So thank you so much, Rich. Next on our list, we talked about secretary stuff. Let's talk about money. We can go a little shorter.
I'm lucky I get to go real short and short. Real quick on bills, instead of paying your dues online, please pay by check or pay via the QuickBooks email invoice that you'll get. You can pay by credit card, or better yet, set up your ACH, which is just straight to your bank. We'll pay 1% versus 3+%. A check is free. We'll talk about that. Because of the 16 new members that we had this year, we were able to go from a conservative budget of negative, and we were in the year in a positive. And right now, I pulled the report as of yesterday because I wanted to include our golf tournament that I let Dan give the great results on. Where we had a gross income of 110 per year, with a net operating income of 5,300. Our reserve that Dick created for us over the COVID years and the 5 years that he was treasurer still remains at 40, and we have an operating account at 43, so for a total of 83,000. And as I mentioned, we expect to have a good end of the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. There you go. Just business, there you go. Next on our list is our sergeant of arms, who makes all the craziness happen behind us that we never see. Just turns on, everything looks wonderful. He used to have really long hair like Zach, but when he took over sergeant of arms.
Thanks, Chris. Everybody, thank you. They're not just your actions, but your hearts. We have a lot of people in here that help with different things. But Jim Stowers, my mentor, that has helped me all the way along. I love that guy. But we have other people that are helping. And so when we look at things that have to function in the club, we look at things like how many people have helped with setup. Devin has helped all the time with setup, which helps all the time. Takedown. I don't see Hugh here today. Is Hugh? He's hiding in plain sight. He was here all the time because there's a lot for that, and he's dedicated himself to help with that. Roger, is that what people have helped on the you just go a couple more. Our videos, have to be coordinated. We got 7 for 1 week to go, and it shows up the next week. As we go through with like Danny and well, help with me with the raffle, invitation, make sure it's new, so that we have to have some of those invitations. Make sure I have music. I tell you, we're blessed with Heidi, and she was doing that. Introduction of guests, Jim did that today, but we had every week we have to have somebody that helps with, introducing these guests. And $100. It's great that as a group of guys and ladies that help with that. So we look at these 11 different areas. We have to have volunteers. We like to have volunteers that have the heart to help one another, because that's what we do for ourselves. But by doing this, we're also involving the hearts to help the community. So when they asked, or if you have some time that you'd like to contact myself, you can go on Club Runner and contact me directly if you'd like to volunteer for any of those positions, because all 11 of them have to be filled every week. So for 3 weeks a week, a month, we need to have quite a few, about 50 people that volunteer. So if you haven't volunteered for those spots, please think about it. And if you'd like to help, let us know. Thank you for all that you do, and we're gonna keep this growth in the company. In the company. In the club, in the company guy. What can I say? Hey, thank you again.
Thank you. Hardworking man. We're always looking for ways to get people in front of the podium, right? Or behind the podium, in front of the club. And that's a great way to do it. Whether you're introducing somebody, it's little snippets. If you're shy in public speaking, this is a great way to break the ice and just take another step. If you don't want to be at the microphone, we have all these jobs, ways that you can do a little bit of help. We always say no arrows in the boat makes it go faster. So thank you, Jim. Job responsibilities fall on you. Judge Christie's Allison was supposed to be here. I don't think she made it. Two big things in our youth services. She's stepped up to be chair of our youth services. Kind of three things going on. First is we have a dozen students still in our youth club. We thought we'd lost contact with the faculty. Faculty just lost contact with us. They were still running their annual club, but they're still going strong. We signed some documentation to help get them some funding with this week. Jason Beal, if you're still out there, he's over at Bill Law. He's got 32 college kids in his Rotaract Club, which is a college-based, and now he's changed the rules where if you're a Rotaract member, you can maintain your Rotaract membership until you're 29 years old. So it's a big savings in dues. And so, trying to encourage more young people to be engaged with the club. I think you're going to start seeing, I think we've stepped up our communication with Jason. You're going to start seeing some of those college students here in the club. So that's two big things. From the district assembly, which is sort of like this, except at the next larger scale that we just had at Seminole State. We learned that our student exchange is back. Although we don't have a student coming to our club this year, we do have either one or two coming to our district, which COVID decimated that whole program. So we're very excited. I think bringing foreign students into the schools is a great way of starting that sort of ambassadorship. And very young. We've hosted, three different students, the kids were teenagers. It changes your families when these kids sit at your table for 3 or 4 months. What else is going on and what the other kind of sees us. So that's all the fun new services. If you're big about kids, you want to get engaged in something different, at the high school level, at the college level, the students coming from abroad, it's wonderful. Really, people showed that for years and Allison's doing it today. Next on the list is John Starring, one of the biggest champions of our club. International Foundation, I think. Sure.
Thank you very much. The first thing I want to do is to say thank you to everyone who has service 20 years ago. Those players, we take out of the 6 Adeline schools. We've been players in the place and you can read to cheer that this year. This year, come on. In part, it stepped in to do the work for us from this year. And thank you very much, Eddie. You've done a great job. And unfortunately, Eddie has said that he would prefer that I'm not assigning him as a chairman next year. He maybe have some other duties that he's going to be performing. So I'm desperately looking for someone to head up the Wild Horse Team. That's working with 6 Title I schools. We have the sheriff will be working with us and come on campus. We'll also go to the sheriff's stables on a field trip for those kids, which is a big deal for first graders. And of course, we are giving out 2 hardback books to each first grader in those schools. That's what the Wild Horse Tales is all about. Now, I mentioned that Greg Price is taking over the book force, which we will have two and two will operate. In addition to that, we have 8 food groups, and we've had 8 volunteers this year. And unfortunately, Dan said, "I've got so much to do next year. I like to take the rest of years leave of absence." So I'm going to be looking for more people. And Sasha has been helpful in it, and we will continue to work with her. So I think it's important that we as a club members continue to support, in most cases, some really help for our Tyler in the school people. It goes from the K through the 5th grade. Y'all have done a good job this year, but I know that we're going to try to do a better job next year. I have some other comments about the Rotary Foundation, but I understand that David and Sonia are going to talk about that. So thank you. Financial support by John and his family foundation has been beyond expectation for much longer than I've been in club. So thank you, John. Next on my list is that's the International Foundation kind of conversation. Things that we support. Let's get to our local foundation and our president of our local foundation, another Buckeye, Bob Mason. Right over there. In the back of someone.
Bargain at twice the price. Thank you, President Chris. I appreciate it. To those of you in the club, this is a separate foundation. As you just heard Chris mention, we are separate from the International Foundation. This is your foundation, the local club foundation. Every one of you is a member of the foundation. And this is not a one-person job up here. We've got a head board. Sandra Riddle this year has been serving double duty as both the foundation secretary as well as president-elect, and it'll be my privilege to pass this responsibility on to her as we move into the new Rotary year. Susan Gardner is on the board, Jerry Gray, Stuart Marshall, Ron Tyan, as well as President Chris, President Dan, and Jason Frazier. Again, double duty, 2 treasurer hats for Jason. So we can't do it without a group effort here. We've got a series of community grants awards we've given this year. It's been a good year for the foundation. We gave 4 of them away: Shepherd's Hope, a Down Syndrome Society, the Central Florida Boy Scouts, and Junior Achievement. I had to recuse myself from that one. In Lila, going back to Allison's presentation, we funded 5 Lila scholarships. Rotaract, I have breaking news. Rotaract is up to 46 members now. I got an email from one of the vice presidents of the Rotaract Club, and they tell me that their favorite and most frequent activity is working at the Second Harvest Food Bank. That gives them a welcome break from school and studies, gives them a few hours to do something impactful and meaningful project. And Jason, yes, our former Rotary Club member, is still heading all that up. By the way, as an interesting side note, the VP said a lot of them sign up for Rotaract just to get in Jason's good graces since they're in his class. But they have such a good time in Rotaract, they stay on, and that's why the numbers keep accruing. That's just fantastic success. Of course, working with John Stein, we're John's conduit for the food and literacy projects, and we're proud to do that. I think, as everyone knows, we had a lot of press about it lately. The Spectre Project has been Jason's vision, working with the Salvation Army to partner with them for a shower trailer. Continuing 104 years, and of course, apparently 10 years of very excellent bell ringing. With one of our favorite community organizations. So bell ringing is one of my favorite things to do here. So it's great that I can bring this shower trailer project up on the heels of something that I truly enjoy doing every year. The awards committee is another big supporting arm. My thanks to George Huffman, who chaired it this year, Bill Cooper and Eddie Clark, who both have years of service supporting the awards committee. If you are interested in serving next year, please see me or see Sandra. Most of the work is winding up this year. We'll be selecting 2 more scholars next year. Just to remind everyone, we have 3 scholars that are coming into their second year. We're going to be giving 2 more scholars who are beginning their first year next week.
We also have an investment committee. Zach is approaching me about reviving it. It has been relatively dormant for the past few years, so I'll be working with Sandra on getting that back on the horizon. I want to thank the entire club for your support. Again, it doesn't exist without your contributions and the legacy. You know, we look at the funds that go to the shower trailer. It's not just my year, you know, it's George Mills' year, it's Heidi Eisenhardt's year, it's Jody Walker's year, it's Craig Colvis' year, and all the predecessor years. All those investment funds that we've had tucked away have accrued to the point where we can make that gift. So thank you very much for having me up here.
Sandra was going to come and talk about her international. Oh, she is here. She made it. I got a note that you were trapped in court.
Okay.
Thank you for working it out.
Hi, so I'm here to talk about the project in Uganda that we started a few months ago. Since that time, I've been working with the Wash Foundation. I've talked with them on several occasions, as well as people in Uganda. The project started with, we were going to build 5 wells in Uganda. Well, we thought we had a host club, and the good news is we now do. As of tomorrow, via Teams with the people down in Uganda, it's going to be a consortium of people, one from the Rotary Club of Kampala and then another club in the Bugari district. And the reason for that is because we're building the wells in the Bugari district, and those are smaller clubs, and they've never done an international grant. So the Kampala Club is the big club. They're going to help. So after tomorrow, provided everything goes well, I will be submitting an application to the district for us to go forward with this global grant. In talking with Alex Sakharov, who's very knowledgeable about this in our district, our original project is very large. The Wash Foundation, by the time you get this going, may have built 3 wells already, which is probably a good thing, because it is a very large scale project that we initially started, and it's probably better to build 1 or 2 than 5 starting out. So I'm very excited about this project. I know Drew Holtgren, who's here, has agreed to help. I've got to send him all kinds of things that I haven't sent yet. And Mary Crimmins has also agreed to help. If any of you are interested, please let me know. It's going to be a lot of fun doing this project. When you meet with people in Uganda, they're so proud to be Rotarians. They wear their, the Rotary shirts, and they are just thrilled to be part of this organization, as they've been working towards finding a host club. I get the emails from them saying, please inform me, Sandra, of our progress. And it's just really gratifying. And so I thank all of you for contributing to the foundation. Some of that money comes back to us every 3 years that you contribute, and that's what we use for these projects. For those of you who have not contributed, I would urge you to do so, because really the Rotary Club, what we do in the world is amazing. And so thank you, and we'll put more once we get approval from the district. Sandy, we came in late. We have a lady from Ghana who's working in the Wash program. If you got a chance to meet her, but make sure you 2 hook up before we leave today. It's very cool how things come together already. We actually have 2 more before we finish strong. If I get Candace to come up, we're going to talk about program chair. If we can get off your phone for a minute. She's probably cutting a big deal.
The notes of Gloria's name, because I wanted to make sure whenever I came up here that I requested that everyone who bought one of her shirts comes up after the meeting to take a picture so that we can share that with her and on social media. So that's why I was looking at my phone. So, I'm the speaker chair. I really enjoy this role, but I definitely need help. I'm learning more about what makes a better presenter than others and how to screen that. I will do nothing but get better at that, but I would very much enjoy any feedback or anybody that can send people my way that they think might be interesting for us to hear from. I welcome any and all requests. So, and the other thing, the swag store. I would love for someone, as you guys know, it's sometimes hard for me to get here because of the nature of my work. And I put out a lot of fires, so to speak. So if I could maybe encourage someone to volunteer to maybe help me do that once a month. I think once a month is a good time to do it. That way there's a little urgency in getting something if somebody wants it. So, and that is all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. She's talking about the swag shop. It's set up today. If you haven't got any info or some trinkets, we have all this stuff out today. Next on my list is like a little social. Well, I know all of you are just proud as I am of the service things that we've done, and the impact that we've had. I've been involved in this club for almost 36 years now. And I've seen a lot of different people come through and activities. It has been wonderful to watch. But you know, there's another aspect of being Rachel besides just tennis. It's getting to know each other. And we can't do that just at lunch. So we've come up through the years with different ways to do different activities outside of this to get to know other people. And because theater is my background, I'm going to have to do theater night on several different occasions of different administrations, which I'm doing. But there are still other things and other interests here among the leadership that don't get recognized or we don't talk about. And I would love to know some of the ideas you have of things that groups of Rotarians could do away from the regular club meeting. And we've gotten together like happy hour, that's still going on, that's great, but everybody can't make it to happy hour. So if you have good ideas, one of the things we talked about is getting together like potlucks at somebody's house, giving tickets to other types of organizations and other activities. I would love to have feedback from you and people with ideas that would like to carry forward. And I would be happy to help, but I'm looking for some good people who want to serve. That's it. Thank you. Thank you so much. We had great fun at Amos the Haven just a couple of weeks ago. But we're short on time with the big anchor of our presentation today. It's very hard to get 12 Rotarians to speak inside of 30 minutes. So you give us.
All right. So thanks for coming. No, just kidding. I want to say thank you. I'm really honored and humbled that I'll be your incoming president here in just a few weeks. And I'm really honored by that. You all saw something in me that I guess I didn't see in myself. And again, I'm humbled by that, but we have an amazing club. I'm blown away. Thank you for all of those of you who participated in the golf tournament. In fact, if you could do me a favor, if you were a volunteer in the golf tournament, would you stand? Okay. We'll applaud them. Awesome. Thank you. Stay up, stay up, stay up. Please stay standing. If you were a sponsor, would you stand? Okay, we'll get an applause. If you played in the tournament, would you stand? If you bought a silent auction item, would you stand? Are you already standing? And for those of you who are on my committee, for the golf committee, would you stand? Awesome. Thank you. I'm very proud to announce that it looks like we're going to raise between $14,000 and $15,000
all to go towards charity, and all happened because of all of you. Thank you. But we truly have an amazing club. I'm looking forward to being at the helm. And as I look ahead, there's a couple of things that I want to make priorities for the club. And the first is kind of to follow in the theme of what we started today with. That's to grow the membership. We need to grow. We're at 80 people today. I'd love to see us get to 100, 120. Not because I want to be the biggest club in the district. That would be great, but that's not the motivation. I want to have more people who are able to do more service work, more members to gather socially. I think that's what we need. We need to train the next generation of Rotarians. And I don't mean by age, what I mean is the next group of people who come in as Rotarians, who haven't been Rotarians before, mentor them, train them on just what Rotary does so we can continue to make a difference in the world. This club is making an amazing difference in the world. In Uganda soon with the wells. We have people from Cyprus, from Ghana here. We truly are the world. That was the theme of today's presentation. We are the world. I'd have us all sing, but I don't know the words, so why am I going to do that? But we are the world, and Rotary is the world. And this club has a great future there as well. Thanks.
And that is it. Hopefully you've learned some things about our club. We will open for questions if anybody wants to. We got you too. When you're coming up, I mean, we're anxious to answer any questions if we left anything short. Zach.
If I may, I actually want to, thank you. I want to gauge some interest in something to add and spice up. Okay, I think everybody can hear me. I have a proposal for something to add to the meeting, similar to what Denny's doing with his raffle. It's kind of fun, involves money. I want to include more silent auction events, whether it's a weekly thing or we do one big item every month. The key is that I want to see by a show of hands who would be interested in participating and possibly bidding on items on a weekly to monthly basis for usually something less than $100, unless it's one big item once a month. Is this something that sounds somewhat entertaining and helpful? And obviously the money's going to go to charity and we'll find items from people that are donating and whatnot. Please raise your hands if you're interested in engaging with something like that. Okay, and I'm sure more will as we do it.
Questions?
I have a request upon me.
Sure.
Sometime ago, a couple of years ago, somebody said to me, our club really doesn't do anything. Today,
More paying attention.
what a great situation we have. That ties into my request. Some of you are doing things that, quite honestly, I don't have a lot of detail on that belong on our website, that belong on the newsletter. Please give me that information so we can properly promote it. Thanks.
Thank you. I'm going to cut off questions since I don't seem to be beating down the door. I've worked very hard this year to keep us on a business schedule to get us out here close to 1 o'clock, so I shouldn't let this business meeting go.
$955. The winner's going to get just a little less than $500 if they pick the Queen of Spades.
$500 if you can find the lady.
Last three numbers 062. 062.
Bicycle.
Great, thanks.
Oh, great
face.
Here,
I get to draw.
there you go. Be very happy if you win it for him.
10 of hearts,
Real close.
not this week.
Thank you so much. Hopefully you learned a little bit today.
Thank you.
Let's stand and recite the quality test. Of the things we think, say, and do. Will it be true? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you. Really be proud to be with you.